This is my dog, Takei. Recently, at 7 years of age, he's been showing signs that his body isn't processing the nutrients in his food the way that he should. He's not able to process the protein in his diet, and we have found out through testing and diagnostics that he has what is called a protein losing enteropothy. It was suggested that we change his diet to a hypoallergenic Purina formula. In combination with daily medications and supplements, we hoped this might alleviate some of his gastric distress. Takei is particularly food motivated, and he really loves his snacks, and previously has had no problem processing the foods that we fed him. So this was particularly difficult for us as we had to break our own bad habits of treating him with foods that were outside of the limitations of his new diet, and also difficult for him as he had expectations of being treated and being exposed to new and fun foods. Takei's diet change really forced us to look at how we were treating him and how we were rewarding him in terms of food. We certainly weren't going to be able to continue rewarding him as we had in the past. Something had to change, and we needed to make sure that everything that was going into his body was appropriate for his current digestive ability. Based on the recommendations of a trusted veterinarian, I ordered the new hypoallergenic food formula for Takei, which he responded very well to. The following is a little bit of information about how I took this hyper-specific food formula and made treats for Takei in order to feel like he was still being rewarded, but staying within the limitations of his new diet. Using a blender, I ground up his prescription diet and added a little bit of vegetable broth in order to get it to a consistency that was both broken down and sticky. I use my hands to form the treats. I just basically take out a palm size amount of the paste and form it in my hand and then press it onto the dehydrator rack. It'll go into the dehydrator at about 160 degrees for approximately an hour and a half before it's retained its shape enough for me to take it out and put it in its permanent container. Repurposing his kibble into treats has really expanded the way that we're able to reward and train with Takei. Just because Takei now has a new diet doesn't mean this is the end of his treat-motivated training. It just means that we had to get a little creative.